We're chatting now with a gentleman who's been on the program before, but in spite of that, we wanted him back because there's so much more to talk about. And of course, as always, showing some cool things from Pure and Imagination. Here's David Harrell. David, welcome back into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be at CES, and particularly once I've seen you.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. There are some guests, just like with us, I guess, that now you know it's official because we managed to meet up again and see what you got cooking. What do you have cooking this year?
So one of the big things for us is a major update to our wireless speaker line. So we've got a product called Jongo, which has always been the best system for doing wireless audio because it's got unique timing characteristics, which mean that not only can you do multi-speaker audio, but you can do left and right stereo audio, which is really hard to do if you're not wired, keeping it in time, keeping the sound stage working. So we've got that. It's the first system actually that Meridian are saying is qualified for use with their new MQA high resolution audio codec. And that's because that MQA system relies on timing, and we're the only wireless system with timing which is good enough to be, well, as good as wired. And if you're an audiophile, that means something to you, because right now, those guys aren't going wireless. They're scared of wireless because it just doesn't sound good enough until they find Jongo.
It's because something happens to the audio in space where some of it seems to disappear, at least some of its quality.
It's something to do with IP packets, and they're not in time, and they move through the internet, and they arrive at your
drop
speakers.
On the floor all over the place. It's really a mess.
It just doesn't stay in sync. It doesn't stay the way it's supposed to sound. So Jongo uses a special technique which keeps it all in perfect sync. And what's more, we've added a whole bunch of other features on top of that. So we've added digital equalization, and perhaps most importantly, we've added a new setup app so that people who might go, oh yeah, I would like speakers around my house, but I don't want all those wires, but it sounds complicated with Wi-Fi and wireless and whatever. Actually now, it's unbelievably easy to set up.
Now,
you press a few buttons.
We're not talking about a typical Bluetooth speaker that you're going to play something from your phone kind of thing, right?
No, so this is a Wi-Fi audio system. It does work with Bluetooth, so if you just have one speaker and you want to take it out in the garden and just connect it up with Bluetooth, go ahead. But most of the time it's connected over Wi-Fi, really easy to do. We have our own streaming service as well called Pure Connect, so you can get all the songs streamed down from wherever you're at, or you can buy them and store them locally and play them back. And this is a system which really has a little bit of everything you might want to get a wireless audio experience. It's got the hardware, it's got the software, it's all cloud connected, it's a complete end-to-end solution.
Now, for those listening just on the radio at the moment, have no fear because we're showing what David is talking about on video. All of our guests, of course, here at CES also on video, so we can show you the products. Give us a quick tour of what you're showing here.
Oh, absolutely. So we have a bunch of different speakers, starting from this, which is a 360 speaker with a battery pack inside it, so that you can take it around the house, disconnect it. We have a number of stereo speakers at different sizes with different audio characteristics. We have this music streaming service, of course, or you can use anything else you want to connect it up to. If you want to use Spotify, go ahead, I think you should use Pure System because it's very good.
Well,
but you can
pure.
use whatever you like. You can use whatever you like. And this system, you can build it up modularly. You can start with one speaker. This actually has multiple speakers going all around it to do 360 audio, and then add other ones as you want to expand into new rooms, or you want to expand in the room you're in, or whatever it is you want to do. Very modular.
And it's hard to hear here at the show floor and, of course, on the radio, but we've experienced them before, and they all have some really good bass, which is important in any kind of good audio.
It really is. So, we started out doing speaker design and then radio design. We have 20 years of heritage doing audio products, so we know how to make what is effectively a box sound like it's something a little bit more.
Very good, and they look good too.
Thank you, thank you.
Our pleasure. Now let's move a little bit more to the left here and tell us what you're showing, which looks like a printed circuit board with a bunch of stuff connected, LAN cables and USB and all sorts of stuff. What is this?
So one of the things that's really excited me in the last couple of years in electronics is what we call the maker movement. It's people who have accepted, okay, that maybe their smartphone and their tablet is not that open, they can't do as much with it as they might have wanted, and they're looking for other products where they can get down, get dirty, find out, what's really happening in there, write their own software, do their own applications, add their own little sensors or whatever it is they want to do. So it's people who want to do their own media streaming boxes, or they want to do home automation, or they want to set up controls for their hydroponic systems, or their lighting, their mood lighting, all of those kinds of things.
The cool thing is, as you mentioned, the maker movement means they can do virtually anything.
Exactly. So we started actually with this product, which only goes on sale this month, but we gave away 1,000 to universities, to schools, to hobbyists, just so we could see what kind of projects they would create. And the things they're doing are amazing, from robotics, right through to gaming, emulation, all kinds of cool stuff.
Can it run a radio broadcast?
Of course it can. So, one of the things it can do is it can run Pure Connect, which has 20,000 radio stations available for streaming. So that runs on their day one, and all kinds of other stuff just coming through all the time from this open source maker community. It runs Android, it runs Linux, so if you have an Android account and you already have a bunch of apps, okay, you can download those on there, get all of those working. And unlike some of the boards for the maker movement, it just comes and it works out of the box. You don't have to do anything complicated to get it going. You can take it out, plug it in, and start using it.
It's a great way for any consumer to become a part of the maker movement and make something.
Absolutely, and it's as powerful as a tablet. We've got a MIPS processor in there, which is our processor. We've got a PowerVR GPU, which is used in lots of high-end cell phones and tablets. So it's really got a lot of capability.
imgtec.com, imgtech.com. We'll link you there too, of course, when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. David, you're a delight to chat with. Keep making fun things because, darn it, we love talking about them.
There'll be something new next year, I promise, Dave.
Oh, absolutely. We're back with more Into Tomorrow for our 20th year in Las Vegas. I'm Dave Graveline, further on the Advanced Media Network.